Hi students, welcome back to Next Gen Online Tuition. Now we are going to see chapter 2 of NCERT syllabus 9th grade. The chapter title is Polynomials. So far we have seen the introduction of polynomials, how to find the degree of polynomials and the various terms. If we have more number of terms, how do we call those polynomials, like binomial, monomial, and etc. Okay, you can refer my previous videos for introduction. And this is our exercise 2.3, how to divide a polynomial. Okay, let's get into the video. What is division? So division is nothing but equal share of a main part or a whole part. Okay. So let me take 36 divided by 6. If I divide, so how to write the division statement for this sum? 6 multiplied by 6 plus 0 gives me 36. Okay, we call this number as our divisor, and this is our quotient, and the number which we get at the last is our remainder. So if I want to write a division statement for this sum, I have to multiply my divisor and quotient and then add my remainder. In this case, the remainder is 0. So what would happen if there is a remainder in a division? 43 divided by 6. So in this case, my statement will be 43 equal to 6 into 7 plus 1. Since I have a remainder here, I need to add the 1 at last. Okay, so this is our division without remainder, and this is our division with remainder. Let's move on to polynomial division. Okay, so how to divide a polynomial? First, we take an example with a monomial, that is only one term. 4x cube minus x square plus x divided by x. So this is my polynomial, but this is my monomial. Okay, so we'll divide each and every term by the divisor. So this is how we have to divide a polynomial. First, I am taking the highest degree term, 4x cube, dividing 4x cube by x and minus x square by, again with x, plus x by x. Okay. Four x square minus x plus 1. This is my answer for monomial division. So again we have to take the two cases, one without remainder and other with remainder. What would happen if my polynomial division got a remainder term? Let's see. 3x square plus x plus 1 divided by x. So here I have a constant polynomial, that is a constant number. Let's see. Dividing each and every term by the single term. So 3x square plus 1. This term cannot be divided because 1 by x we can't predict the value. So I would like to say the division statement for this sum is x multiplied by 3x square plus 1 plus 1. Okay, this is my quotient and this is the remainder which cannot be divided, and this is divisor. Fine. And the division statement for this sum is x multiplied with 4x square minus x plus 1, because these terms are completely divided by my divisor. So if I add plus 0 also, it is fine. If I don't write also, it's fine and fair. Okay, this is how we do polynomial division for with remainder and without remainder cases. Let's move on. This is binomial division in two ways. Okay, binomial means I have two terms in divisor. Can you understand? In our previous classes, we have seen the monomial, binomial, each and every term. Okay, just have a recap and understand this concept. So what would happen if I divide this polynomial with x plus 1? Step by step, we have to do this division. Like our long-term division, we have to solve this. X cube plus 3x square plus 3x plus 1. Here we get the quotient term. Okay, first, this is my first term, and this is my first term in dividend, and this is my first term in the divisor. So our first step is x cube by x. First, dividing the first term of the two of the divisor and dividend. X cube by x gives x square. You can follow me, right? So x square is my first term quotient. Okay, just listen again. This is not my final quotient. This is my first term of the quotient. So multiplying x plus 1 with x square. So what will I get? X cube plus x square, right? So x cube plus x square. On subtracting, the both would get cancelled, and here I get 2x square, and I bring down the next term to get divided. Okay, since I have two terms in my divisor, I take first two terms of the dividend and the next two terms. Okay, can you understand? And my second step, first term and here first term, again dividing 2x square by x, we get 2x. Okay, and since I don't have any sign in before, we put plus 2x. Now, multiplying x plus 1 with my second term of quotient 2x. So my answer is 2x squared plus 2x. So we are substituting this value here as a new value of our division. Changing the sign, the both get cancelled. 3x minus 2x is x plus 1. Okay, we are taking only two terms at a time for division because we have two terms only in the divisor. Okay, that is the rule, basic rule. Now our third step. First term of our new dividend, and here also the first term of our divisor. Simply 1. X by x is simply 1, that you already know. So again multiplying with our new quotient, x plus 1 multiplied by 1 is x plus 1. I am directly using the value here, changing the sign, 0. This is how you do the polynomial division. This is our long division method that you are already familiar with your lower classes, and this is method 1. Okay, fine. Slightly this is a cumbersome process. So we need a lot of time to do all these calculations to know the new divisor in each and every step. Okay, sorry, new quotient. So already we got we got the quotient in 3 steps. Okay, this is slightly a confusing and also a difficult process. We have an alternate theorem for this, which we call it as a remainder theorem. Okay, let me read out the remainder theorem. Let P of x be any polynomial of degree greater than or equal to 1. First, we'll break this theorem and read. So this is our first part of the theorem. And let A be any real number. This is our second part of theorem. If P of x is divided by the linear polynomial x by a, then the remainder is P of a. Okay, so our first part of theorem says P of x is a polynomial of degree greater than or equal to 1. Let's write this theorem in statement form, short statements. So P of x degree is greater than or equal to 1, and a is a real number, any real number. So what would happen if P of x is divided by x minus a? This is our divisor and this is our dividend. What would happen if we divide? The polynomial would be P of a, which is nothing but we are assigning 0 to this polynomial x minus a. Make it 0. X minus a is 0, and now we get the x value as a. Okay, so now simply we are substituting this a value in P of x polynomial. We are making P of x to P of a. Fine. Okay, let's get into a problem so that you can easily understand the concept. This is polynomial division in 2 ways, and this is our second method. Okay, fine. Using the remainder theorem, we are going to solve this sum now. So our step 1 is assigning this value to a variable. Right? And what is the second step? This is our divisor. So assigning this divisor to 0. So x plus 1 we are going to assign to 0, and now we get the x value to minus 1. Plus 1 goes to the other side, sign changes, minus 1. Now the x value is minus 1. I am simply substituting my x value in the polynomial. Wherever we have x, we are substituting the values. So minus 1 the whole cube is minus 1. Minus 1 the whole square is simply 1. So plus 3. No sign change. Minus 3 plus 1. Minus 1 plus 1 got cancelled. Plus 3 minus 3 got cancelled. 0. So my polynomial remainder is 0. This is what for the same problem, using long division method, doing all these steps, we found the remainder as 0. But here, simply with the help of the remainder theorem, we derived the remainder value as 0. As simple. Okay? That's all, students. Thanks for watching. For live class registration, contact the number mentioned here. Thank you. We'll meet you in next video. Thank you.